never, never land. Now I lay me down to sleep. Pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, hush, little baby, don't say a word, and never mind that noise you heard. It's just a beast under your bed, in your closet, in your head. Exit light.
Name-wise, yes it is.
Tonight, take my hand. We're off to never, never, never exit light.
It's okay, we can edit it out.
Right.
It doesn't
I'd
have
say,
to-
yeah, just go to like 30 seconds. Or maybe 32.
We're off to never, never land.
I'm at 32 perfectly.
Really?
I walked across an empty land. I knew the pathway like the back of my hand. I felt the earth
Oh yeah, no, I'm
beneath
just
my
getting
feet. Sat by
Are
the
we gonna talk
river
about
that made me complete.
not on the freeway.
Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting older,
Yeah.
I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna
Oh,
let
God.
me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. I came across a fallen tree.
Yeah.
I support you.
I
And
felt
then,
the branches
but
of it
Dwayne Wade's
looking at me.
birth son
Is this the
came out as
place?
trans.
Oh, really?
And like it was like a huge story, and like how Dwayne Wade and his wife Ansley like was completely by their daughter's side. And
Yeah.
all this and that. So then I just pulled up Farrakhan's fucking.
Where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. So if you have a minute, why don't we
Jesus.
Yeah. So I just pointed that out.
about it somewhere only we
We're voting for Trump. I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Yeah.
end of everything.
So dumb.
So why don't we go somewhere only we know? Somewhere only
We're gonna talk about
we know.
Dr. Phil.
Oh, yeah.
Hey everybody. My name's Drew Absher.
I'm Parker Newman.
Sorry, I'm not looking at the screen right now. I have to pull something up. We do an episode, or we do a podcast called Fill My Heart. Parker, tell them what it's about.
It's about Drew being on his phone leaking nudes, and it's his own. His
That's
own
not
nudes.
true. No.
It's fine. No, it's just a show about Dr. Phil. Obviously, we make fun of the episodes. It's kind of dark, but I mean the show's fucking. It's fucked up. It's a fucked up show.
What-
It's people talk about their molestation at 2 p.m. like
Yeah.
on daytime
Which is
TV.
exactly what Parker and I do, but only at 3 p.m.
Yeah. Exactly.
The reason we're talking to you right now is that, yeah, we say some fucked up things sometimes. And, that's kind of the gist of it. So if you have little kids at home, we know that it's summer break, and it's 3 o'clock on a Wednesday. Is this the time where someone should be on your computer saying horrendous words? Probably not. But if you're here
Yeah.
with us right now,
It-
you're going to love it.
It's not safe at all for your children to. They should be at school
Yeah,
right now.
right.
Reopen.
Yeah, reopen the schools.
Reopen.
That's our official stance on this podcast.
So they can't be corrupted.
Yeah. Oh wait, sorry, I'm on Fox Business News, not because this is where I go for my political opinions. I promise.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into the show.
Only for your business
yes,
opinion.
yeah. Well, the Republicans do know more about money. All right, let's get into this. Hey everybody, welcome into Fill My Heart. My name is Drew Absher.
I'm Parker Newman, and that was Too Much Junk by the Alley Cats. Most underrated punk band ever, my opinion.
All right, Parker is doing radio DJ shtick now. Why did you rejoin like that? Hey everybody, welcome back to Fill My Heart. That was Too Much Junk by the Alley Cats. We're only spinning the classics here.
Tell us your most underrated punk song.
We got a
We'll
caller on line 7 trying to win Morrissey tickets. Caller, go ahead. How's it going, buddy?
I'm doing all right. I actually really fucked up my neck last night.
What about your back and your pussy and your crack?
That too, actually. that
Those were fucked up from the night before.
very true. I thought if I mentioned that it'd violate HIPAA. But no, and I really wish I were making this up, but I did it masturbating.
Did you really?
I really did.
What happened?
I don't know if it's because I came and then like something happened, or if I was in pain the whole time, but my adrenaline was up so much.
Did you come way harder because you were in pain the whole time?
Maybe, that, I didn't even think about
This
that.
is how you descent into just complete masochism.
Yeah.
Where you're just like,
I
next
mean-
thing you know, we find you hanging and we're like, dude, look, I know Parker talked about suicide a lot, but he also talked about choke jerking right before he died quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I did light myself on fire during it, so maybe.
You're just a Buddhist monk, or Tibetan monk, just masturbating the whole time, though.
I'm like, this is for Vietnam or what? I don't know. I don't
This is
remember.
for Vietnam or whatever.
Do you think
Or whatever they're mad about. I don't know. I don't read the news. I'm just about self-mutilation.
Dude, that's.
Have you ever seen that Black Mirror episode where the dude, he like,
Oh yeah,
he gets addicted to pain?
Wasn't that part of like a three?
Yeah,
there's
it was
like 3 mini
Black
episodes.
Museum.
Yeah, that's.
Black
I
Museum.
like that episode.
It's a great episode, yeah. But that's what I always think about is that guy just like ripping out his own fingernails while he
God.
masturbates, and I'm like, that's hot, dude.
Yeah, that was.
That's actually
gross,
badass.
man. What a fucked up show.
Yeah.
Wasn't the guy who played Q from Star Trek in that?
Okay, I haven't never seen Star Trek.
Oh really?
Never.
Why not?
I don't know, actually, to be honest with you. Like, it's not something that I'm like against.
Yeah.
Even like Star Wars, like I've seen them all. I just never get into
It's
like
not the same thing. They had the.
I know it's not.
Okay, you just brought it up.
No.
like it was.
It's like if I was like,
What about Starbucks? How about that?
Yeah.
That has the same word in it.
No, I used to play Star Fox a lot, and I eat Starbursts.
Yeah.
No, like it's not that I'm like anti it, but like I've seen all the Star Wars movies,
Yeah.
and like I like them. I think I've seen every one, but maybe the latest one. But I like them, but I never get involved in like the theology of it.
The theology.
Yeah,
of
you
it.
know how people like with
Like,
Lord
I
of the
don't get-
Rings and Harry Potter.
I
and
don't get
Star
this
Wars.
anti-gay stuff in fucking.
No, it becomes a fucking religion. Like these people get so addicted to it.
Yeah.
Where it's like they like I never like the thing about Star Trek that may have always turned me off is that they're like, did you know that episode like, you know, like they actually wrote an entire language called Klingon to like talk, and you're
Yeah.
like, I mean that's impressive, but I don't care about it that much.
Right. God
Fox
damn it.
News, stop it!
God.
Bad Fox News.
We have a clip.
This is actually the most offensive thing Fox News did since paid $38 million to a Bill O'Reilly sexual harassment accuser.
Yeah, which we've talked about on Patreon. Like you
Yeah.
did, nobody pays that much money
No,
if
yeah.
you're fucking.
No one
But-
pays. Like most people murder the accuser before they pay that much money.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That's what say what you want about who ever killed Jeffrey Epstein, but they're a penny pincher. They-
yeah. Dude, speaking of bad accusations, the reason we're on Fox Business News' website So we are in a, I think it's fair to call it a full-on war with Dr. Phil right now.
Yeah.
We got like maybe a month and a half ago. Jesse, how's that sound? Maybe a month and a half ago, we got the first one. We got, so when we do these live streams on Stab's pages, they get uploaded to YouTube automatically. That's how YouTube's
Right.
interface works. And in doing so, they become full-on YouTube videos. But what happened is Jesse got an email from YouTube telling him that there was a copyright violation. And the thing that's very interesting, so like whenever you use like music that is unlicensed on YouTube,
Yeah.
it like an algorithm processes it almost like how like I guess I'm assuming how like Shazam works,
Yeah.
where it just like hears the song and recognizes it, and those get removed automatically. But this email specifically said that we were manually reviewed by someone at CBS
Yeah.
and reported.
Crazy.
So we were like, oh shit, man, that's crazy. Like, they're keeping an eye on us. But we were like, it's probably one in a, they probably go every, like, a lot of YouTube channels do like Dr. Phil, like,
Yeah, I've seen
reaction videos,
Tons of that.
But
Which-
now we're just getting them every episode for the past couple weeks, where we get these ones that say we've been manually reviewed. So what we're doing right now, this is Drew Absher speaking, not Parker Newman, not the Stab Comedy Theater. I'm involving myself in a war with CBS, Viacom, and
Yep.
Dr. Phil.
If you're with the Axis powers,
Yeah. and if
CBS.
and if being against Viacom means I have to align myself with Nick Cannon, so be it. But Dr. Phil, this is what we'll say is leave us alone, we'll leave you alone. But today
Yeah.
we're going to be talking about how Dr. Phil received $7 million in Paycheck Prevention or Protection Plan.
PPP.
Yeah, the PPP, which was designed for small businesses, while his son splurged on a $10 million home. Yeah, this is pretty fucked up, to be honest.
Yeah,
I don't know how
very.
this happens.
Agreed.
I guess, but Dr. Phil's production company received up to $7 million from a Paycheck Protection Program, the massive federal plan designed to help small businesses ride out the financial crisis.
I don't think he even missed like one day though. If I could be mistaken, but even if he missed like a week or something, his show was back on the air immediately.
Yeah, right. Well, I guess that the argument is that like, because they were doing so much from home that they probably had to cut like a lot of like the budget for production. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like they didn't have hair and makeup anymore.
Doesn't that mean they saved money then?
They saved money as a company,
Yeah.
but they still have to pay those people who are salary.
Right.
But you're right. Like if they're still on air, I don't understand where they're losing money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
They're
so
still getting
Stage
advertisers.
29 Productions. It'd be a lot cooler if it was Stage 69, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Run by Dr. Phil and his son Jay McGraw. Dude, Jay McGraw sounds like a cool way to say you're jerking off.
Yeah. Dude, I broke my neck Jay McGraw last
Yeah,
night.
I was about to Jay McGraw, and then next thing I know, my sister knocked on the door with a plate of spaghetti.
So then I Jade her grub.
Yeah, you ever get confused whether you need to Jay McGraw or just take a shit?
Yeah.
They got a loan valued at between $1 and $2 million. The company makes programs including Dr. Phil's. Oh, all right.
Eponymous.
Eponymous.
Yeah.
Look, I'm no eponymous, but I think the government needs to send more money to the people.
Yeah. I'm no hippopotamus, but I'm hungry for justice.
What is that? Hey, what does that word mean? Look up eponymous. That means giving their name to something. Oh, all right.
What if it just said stop the show right now and then like Dr.
Yeah.
Phil?
Yeah, we
Like,
just get an
he wanted
email.
us- Yeah.
Oh,
he-
look at! I got a text message from the FBI. Do not say anything bad about Dr. Phil. And he also produces the Daily Mail TV.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
That's
it's one of my
crazy.
favorite male TV shows. The Daily one. Dr. Phil's production company, Petsky Productions. Petsky?
No idea.
Petsky. Petteski. Also got a loan valued at between 2 and 5. On the same day those numbers were reported, Variety reported Phil's youngest son, aspiring rock star, do a guitar lick. who was engaged to reality TV star and E-host Morgan Stewart, had paid $10 million in cash for a 6,500 square foot mansion in the exclusive Trousdale Estates neighborhood of Beverly Hills. So basically, Dr. Phil's production team. So there is a bit of a distinction here. Jay McGraw, which is obviously a term for masturbating, and please everyone start using Jay McGraw to say you're masturbating. Has a company with his old man.
Yeah. You have to Jay McGraw if you can't Phil McGraw.
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
know
Phil
what I
McGraw
mean.
means using a dildo on yourself. Basically, yeah. McGraw is your privates, and if you Jay your McGraw, that means you're masturbating, and if you're filling your McGraw,
Yeah.
and then Jordan bought a house the same day. I mean, those aren't necessarily related,
Right.
but they are interesting
Right.
to be like, man, two people in your family are taking this hit so hard they need $7 million from the government.
Yeah.
And then you're buying a $10 million home.
Right. And I would just like to point out $7 million, Building 7 on September 11th, 2001. There's
Yeah.
a number
I mean,
there.
you are
It's
connecting
there.
the dots, man, and that's all we do here at this show.
Not saying there's a connection. I'm just stating facts.
Yeah, 6,500 square foot. How old do you have to be to retire?
65.
So maybe Dr. Phil's retiring.
Maybe. I don't know.
I really do.
You
I
just
mean,
have to do one last
there's nothing
heist.
in. Yeah, the next article in Fox is there is no link whatsoever except the fact that we put it in a headline so that you would click on it between the loans and the home purchase. But after TV sources pondered why the family needed to ask for the government handout, sources close to the star stressed that Dr. Phil's company requested the cash to protect their employees, and the loans had nothing to do with Jordan's house.
But still, he didn't need the fucking loan. Like, whatsoever.
You know what? I'm glad that they actually brought this up. This all comes after Dr. Phil apologized in April for questioning on Fox News why lockdowns were necessary when, quote, we don't shut the country down for deaths from car accidents in swimming pools. Oh, and then I'm sure Dr. Phil does not want us saying this.
Yeah.
But I think we should probably say it.
Yeah.
We should probably say it anyway.
Yeah.
He wrongly claimed 360,000 people die in swimming pools in the United States every year. Dr. Phil declined to comment. So, look, if you're the intern at CBS Viacom, stop Jay McGrawing and fucking leave us alone, okay?
Yes.
I think that's a good way to end that.
Yeah. Wow. That's.
We also got this from another fan of the show.
Oh.
Whoops, that's twitter.com. Did you see this?
No.
This got sent in by our friend Caleb. I don't know where he found this at. I couldn't find the article that he was pulling this from.
Now, folks, you're gonna look up.
Folks, these are all readily available documents on the NSA's website. There's no doubt about that. You just got it's a Public Information Act.
You
can
just have to go to Dr. Phil's literally Hitler.com.
Yep. Yeah, Infowars.com. Dr. Phil is literally Hitler.com. And folks, one thing that's important to say is stop Jay McGrawing. Okay, it makes you a weaker man. Makes you produce less testosterone.
They're putting stuff in Robin's skin cream that's turned the frogs gay.
Yeah, I like that. No, this was I don't know, he found this article where it's actually got a picture of Dr. Phil's first wife.
Yeah.
I don't know, necessarily.
Do you think he upgraded?
This lady looks like she got fired for calling someone the N-word in the video. She looks like a Karen. Before Robin, Phil had a failed marriage to his first wife, Debbie Higgins McCall. Dude, people in the South have to stop.
Ugliest name I've ever heard.
Can you fucking stop? Your name's Debbie Higgins McCall?
Oh, my God. Yeah, that is...
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't even
Debbie
know what
Higgins? Dude, that sounds like a fucking... sounds like an SNL character.
Debbie...
That sounds like an SNL character where the entire bit is they eat deep-fried butter.
Dude, it's like Debbie McCall. How do you have that name and think... Let me just add in my shitty middle name too.
No, I bet her real name's Debbie Higgins, and she got married to someone named like Jim Bob McCall.
Yeah.
And now she's Debbie Higgins McCall, and she's got 3 fucking dumb kids. Phil told Newsweek, I was the big football player, and she was the cheerleader, and this was just the next thing to do. That's his excuse for getting married. It's just I played football. She was a cheerleader. Ipso facto, we got married.
I saw Grease. I'm like, that
Yeah.
sounds kind of like it. I don't know.
Now, if there's one thing anyone knows about me, it's that I fall heavily for tropes from movies. I'm pretty sure the Russians are the worst people in the world.
Wait, why that part?
Because that's just like a fucking 80s movie trope, is that Russians are
Oh,
always
yeah,
the
yeah.
terrorists. He added that it just didn't work out. His ex has gone public saying less favorable things, sending a statement to the press insinuating that Dr. Phil was domineering and had an unrealistic expectation of marriage and how a wife should look and act.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah. Well,
That's
look, I don't want to talk ill of my ex-wife, but let's just call her Little Debbie Higgins. The woman enjoyed a Twinkie and a ho-ho from time. Little Debbie Higgins.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mick call her fat all the time.
Yeah.
Until she loses some weight.
Yeah. Debbie Higgins. McCall her fat all the time. Yeah, well, I mean, it's hard to disagree with her when you look at her and then look at how fucking plastic Robin's face is.
Yeah, which
Where
is...
you're like, yeah, I could kind of see where she might be coming from here, is going like, this guy was domineering and had unrealistic expectations of how
Yeah.
a wife should look. And then you look at Robin, you're like, yeah, that's an unrealistic expectation of how a wife should look.
No, 100%. You shouldn't look like a fucking kabuki theater mask.
Yeah.
Like, that's not natural.
How does somebody like, yeah, she looks like she's like fighting with V for Vendetta.
Dude, she looks like if you
What's
tap
it,
her
a
on
Guy
the...
Fawkes mask?
yeah. If you, like, tap her on the face with a hammer, it'll just shatter.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what...
Yeah, you know what it looks like is, do you ever see the movie Wanted?
Yeah, yeah.
Where like they're in the pool of like the healing stuff, and then they like break through, and then their face is just all glossy. That's how shit. But it's weird to be a clinical psychiatrist or whatever the fuck Dr. Phil is.
Right.
Uh,
Well, not anymore. TV host.
right. Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like,
defrauder of the government.
but yeah, he looks like like he's like a psychiatrist or whatever. And then your wife just has very clear body dysmorphia, and you
Yeah.
just don't say anything about it. Like, people come on your show all the time with like eating disorders, and you're
Oh,
like,
that's a good
you got to get over it. And then your wife is sitting there like literally getting plastic surgery while the show's in production. Like, hair and makeup is a plastic surgeon who's
Yeah.
just redoing her face every
Just-
hour.
He's just like, now look, I know you're 14 and you're trying to work on your beauty and all that, but my wife Robin, who's getting her eyelids stapled back on right now,
Yeah.
she,
Now, the easiest way to have a happy marriage is make sure your wife can't frown ever.
that I'm telling you, that face has to be just as tight as her pussy. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
that's the key to a happy marriage.
Him just doing fucking hack comics shit. Every time I see a bitch with plastic surgery, I'm like, damn, does the carpets match the drapes? You know what I'm talking about? Tight pussy.
Y'all ever just have have a wife who, their skin looks like a Leatherface, cut it off and put it on?
Yeah. You ever have a woman who looks like she's wearing human skin over her human skin? Y'all ever fuck a bitch like that? Yeah, dude, I just thought that this was, I think
She
that...
died, by the way, right?
Did she?
Yeah.
Wait,
she died.
what? Debbie Higgins McCall.
I mean, statistically, probably from a swimming pool. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, did she die?
yeah, she did.
I think that we covered this once, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, her cause,
Her cause of death.
Man. Oh, yeah, that's right. Her famous editorial
She
work.
killed herself by shooting herself in the back of the head 15 times.
You know what the worst, and I'm sorry about her death, I really am, but it's a shame that she'll never be on the podcast.
Oh my dude!
Imagine
Holy
if we
shit.
could have got her.
I wonder if Dr. Phil's estranged from any of his family. Please let us
Yeah,
know.
if you can,
because we would
if
love.
you're at home watching
no-
this and you can find any proof that Dr. Phil's estranged from anyone else in his life, didn't he lose
or
a friend?
assistance.
Yeah, he lost a friend, right? Because his dog bit him.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then
Maybe
he
we
tried
can
to
get that
do.
guy on here.
He had like a doctor who was there or something that
Yeah.
like
Said it
tried
was no
to-
big deal.
and he gave him like a shot that fucked him up even
Yeah,
more.
right. Yeah. Yeah, Debbie Higgins was famous for her editorial work. Her highly respected works included Christy Mathewson Day in 2011 and, a book that I will never read, Demon hunters fear the silence. Dude, Debbie
That's a
Higgins
movie,
sounds like a
Anthony.
fucking badass punk rocker or like like a new metal band.
Yeah. That's, you know, it's weird is that Dr. Phil said that he wanted, like, oh, I was a football player. She was a cheerleader. But that's with his second wife.
Yeah.
Like, he was probably at least 25, I'd have to imagine, when he said that. So that's kind of weird.
Wait, what do you mean?
Because didn't he say about Robin, oh, she was a cheerleader?
No, this girl.
Oh, okay, never
This
mind.
girl was the cheerleader. Yeah, yeah.
Really?
And I have to,
I'm
you know what?
guessing she was at the bottom of the pyramid. No, I'm
gonna-
kidding. She's
I'm
not
gonna
fat.
hand up on this one. Sorry to people in the South. Debbie Higgins McCall was born in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it says here. To a farmer. Her dad was a farmer. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Her mother was a tumbleweed.
yeah. Well, who knows how fucking true this article is because it says, and a housewife mother. So is an American by nationality and of the white ethnicity.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
boy.
That's what it says here. So maybe get off this website, especially after I made a Nick Cannon joke earlier.
Cause
Yeah.
of death.
R.I.P. to Debbie Higgins. Debbie. Oh, I wonder if Debbie has any kids. Should we just infiltrate this poor woman's life just for the sake of like
Let's get a
a
psychic.
couple thousand people who listen to the podcast?
That would be
If we just fucking like brought up all the fucking
yeah. Just like, so your mother, do you think she'd have any dirt on like, what does she know about YouTube terms of service? What do you, how'd she feel?
yeah. Yeah, does your mom have anything to say to CBS Viacom? Because they will be watching this. Yeah, dude. Bad news for Debbie Higgins, but, good news for Dr. Phil. He, this woman
Yeah.
is...
No, he seems really shallow and conceited, if like that's why, what I mean?
Well, yeah, I mean, if her claims... I mean, marriages end so shitty sometimes, especially when
Yeah.
you're young. Like, you might just have vitriol for that person forever.
Yeah.
Especially imagine you fucking, like, your husband calls you fat one time, you get a divorce, and then he goes on to be, like, a huge star for doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you'd probably be like, hey, fuck this guy. Like, fuck this guy forever.
Can you not find out how she died, though? I'm very curious.
Oh,
Did they?
yeah, I think she choked on a sandwich.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Man.
She died in 2014 from an unknown disease.
Ooh.
Huh. I wonder. So it sounds like
It's
maybe
like-
she died from a novel virus.
Maybe a corona.
maybe Debbie
Novella?
Higgins
Yeah.
is the first victim
Yeah.
of coronavirus.
She died
Wait,
in
is this her when she died? Oh. Debbie, you look great.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Wait, no way. That's not the same person.
Yeah, she lost a lot of... Wow, she showed him. Yeah, she just looks like... I don't know, she'd be... like... in Ashland, Oregon, selling like trinkets that say Black Lives Matter.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
she does not look like Dr. Phil's wife.
No, not at all. So shout out Debbie Higgins. Maybe we'll get some R.I.P. Debbie Higgins stickers made up.
Yeah,
Um,
totally.
and I don't think anyone will get the
We
joke.
we
but
should do
will.
like a Carol Baskins type thing, like where we're jokes.
We
on
accused
it.
Dr. Phil of feeding her to a live studio audience.
It's just like Robin hasn't eaten in 16 years.
You
Now
know, Robin-
feed Robin, feed.
Hey, Robin feeds on human flesh to keep her skin so tight. All of her fucking retinol cream is just made from Debbie Higgins' fucking body fat percentage. It's a little bit too mean, I guess.
Yeah.
All
No,
right.
we have no ill will against her or her murder. But
Yeah. And look, like, if Dr. Phil didn't murder her, just provide evidence of where you were on the night she died.
yeah, I don't know. And I mean, maybe she got that disease from a dog bite or something. But
Yeah, or, I mean, just speculating. This is pure speculation, all alleged. I mean, not even really alleged. I'm just asking the questions. Who, to you, is the most famous doctor in the world?
yeah,
Who would it be?
Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil. It's got to be Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
And if you were to say that the wife of the most famous doctor in the world died from an unknown disease,
Oh,
I mean, who's got access to the kind
unknown diseases.
to unknown diseases.
That's pretty crazy.
I don't know.
man.
Look,
I don't know. We're
listen
not
here,
saying-
folks. All these documents are readily available. Okay, they're all on the internet. All you got to do is research them. Okay,
Yeah.
I just had a big bowl of chili for lunch.
More
Anyway.
like via communist.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway. No.
No, how about via compliant in a woman's murder?
I like that.
Look, folks, we're just asking the questions here at the Fill My Heart podcast.
That's pretty good. Anyway, we have a petition to reopen her autopsy case. But other than that,
yeah, go ahead and say, we've got a change.org and a GoFundMe set up to really put some pressure on the local authorities to look into her death some more.
dude,
So-
you know what scared me? What if he actually did
I
murder
know, what
her
if-
and we're
what
gonna
if-
get
what-
killed
yeah,
on
what
the
if-
way out here?
What if this is like Hannibal Buress saying Bill Cosby's a rapist and it just leads to the dismantling of Dr. Phil as a joke?
Dude, I just imagine like we have a Kill Bill moment where he's outside. He just goes, "You didn't really think you'd get this far, do you?" We're just like, for a second there, yeah,
No.
we kind of did.
It's like Casino. We both just shut our car doors and the car explodes. All right, let's get into today's episode. Today's episode, season 18, episode 97.
I
Go
just
ahead.
imagine Mike Bear in like a cornfield, like about to get whacked.
Yeah, actually, I'm Dr. Phil's security guard. You guys messed with the wrong one. Don't run in zigzags because that makes it hard for me.
He's just in the cornfield though, like in the end of Casino. Like,
yeah.
they're just but like he just doesn't get. He's about to get murdered.
Yeah.
Like he's just like, oh, is that a Louisville Slugger? They're like, yes, Mike, we're
Yeah.
gonna whack you.
He
He's
doesn't
like,
get it.
Why are you gonna whack me? I'm not horny.
Yeah, why? If you guys are going to whack me, I don't know if you heard, but we're calling it Jay McGrawing now. All right, let's watch this episode. Help! I'm going to inherit a messy mansion, millions, and
My adult sister,
whap whap. Coming to theaters this summer.
which is
Kim's mom, Lydia, says she has it all. Her dream home, a happy marriage, money for hired help, and whoop, her adult daughter, Lori, living in her basement.
also.
From the studio that brought you American Pie and Road Trip. All right, let's get into this. First clip is called "Woman Claims Mom's Mansion is Overcrowded with Expensive." Dude, what a fucking terrible way to complain about something.
Yeah, what the fuck? Man, my dick is sore from getting sucked so much.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Dude, I'm so annoyed.
Yeah.
And you know why? Is because my pants won't stop falling down because of all this money I have in my pockets.
That's the worst.
It's like I
dude.
can't afford to keep picking up my pants, so I just got to keep dumping money onto the ground.
Yeah, it's like I kind of just want to buy gravity so I can like control it. you
All
know?
right, let's watch this.
This house makes me feel like I'm in Italy.
Yeah,
The bad part of it.
yeah. This house makes me feel like I'm in Italy because I have to swim everywhere.
It makes me feel like people are.
Oh my God, get the fuck out of here! This isn't a real person. Dude, she looks like a fucking WWF villain.
Dude, she looks like some weird Southeast Asian dictator. Like that's what she's dressed like.
Yeah, she's like a fucking imperialist. Dude, what a piece of shit. She's this house makes me feel like I'm in Italy. Blah 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 blah.
She's just like, this house makes me feel like I'm in Italy. Also, I've never pooped before.
People are dancing around. It gives me nothing but happiness and pleasure. So we have arrived into the entrance of my small champagne room. I love the clean lines of the Oriental furniture that are really.
Oh,
Boy.
all right. So just now, in that clip, you said Oriental. Now, I just want to make sure. Are we allowed to say that again? Because I was told by someone we wasn't allowed to say Oriental anymore. And if we're allowed to say it again, I'd love to keep saying it.
Yeah, Dr. Phil's just like, oh, you got a rug made out of Orientals. My rug's made out of Mexicans.
Yeah.
What a crazy.
Anytime I bring Orientals over, Robin eats their faces off.
gives her life points.
Quite different from the Italian. The tusks are very special. I want you to know that no elephant was harmed. These are not the tusks of a real elephant.
They're the tusks of a rhinoceros.
Again, these these are Mexican tusks. They are.
These were grown out of the forehead of a Jewish man.
Nick Cannon sold them to me.
Yes, these are Louis Farrakhan's personal collection set of horns.
Jew.
These are 100% authentic Jew horns.
I love the horse.
Oh, man. I'm going to write this down, and you can say it out loud, all right? Because I'm not allowed to say it.
Spikes. That's funny.
All right, that's all.
I like it.
All right, I'm not allowed to say it.
They work with the tusks. Everything is a work in progress. This table, my father bought it in Italy. It's a beautiful piece of marble. I love this thing. It's real gold.
Okay, so if for the people listening at home, she's showing us like an extravagant house that's also a piece of shit house.
A piece of... Dude, it looks like if you're ever traveling with your family and just go to like the most boring antique shops.
Yeah,
like
right.
she bought everything from one.
Yeah,
of those
it looks like an antique shop, but the shelves are made of marble. Like right now, she's showing us like a gold-leafed faucet on a marble countertop and just a roll of paper towels. Like, and look at a bottle of Listerine. Like, there's no actual elegance to the house at all.
Yeah,
it's all just fucking. It's truly like if you gave a 13-year-old $200 billion.
100%.
Like, this is what they would come up with. It looks like,
Yeah.
like Tony Montana even thinks is going too far. You know?
this is like a Sacha Baron Cohen, like,
Yeah.
you know, mockery of capitalism.
Yeah, exactly.
Gold. It's got rose quartz handles. Look at that. Is that gorgeous? This is what
Isn't that water beautiful? No.
See, man, these are my least favorite kind of rich people. Like,
Yeah.
I typically don't like rich people in general,
Yeah,
but I hate
same.
the rich people who want you to be impressed by their riches.
Totally.
Like rich people who downplay it a little bit, who are just kind of like, yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah.
This is just the stuff I have. You know?
It's a waste, but it's respectable.
Yeah, where you're just like, yeah, I get it. Like, if I had a bunch of money, I'd probably live a little bit with a little bit more elegance too.
Yeah.
But the rich people are like, isn't this thing you can't afford beautiful?
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it just gorgeous?
And it's just, yeah, exactly. Like, none of these things are cool. They're just like a dumb, boring story.
Well, and they're all non-linear too. Like nothing in this. Like she's now showing us a fucking yellow plaid peacoat that literally doesn't go with anything we've seen in the house thus far.
Yeah. She's like, I got this one from an old Navy boy.
I stole this off a homeless man while he was asleep. I do nothing with it but smell it to remind myself how bad poor must be.
to wear for the downstairs tour.
Okay, now she's sitting in one of those chairs that like takes you down the staircase.
Yeah.
We've landed in the-
Unfortunately, does not electrocute her.
Yeah, I wish it had an eject button like a James Bond car that would shoot her face first into the fucking wall.
dining room. The beautiful detail
Yeah, dude, this is just obnoxious.
Yeah. It's
She's got like blue crystal glasses. Like, dude, nothing about this house is nice.
of the craftsmanship.
This is the kind of house that someone buys and immediately just demos.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it looks like if you ever watched The King and I, it looks like him if he were like colorblind,
Yeah.
like what his house would.
Yeah.
Of this gorgeous table. Obviously, if you're going to have peacock windows, you do need to have some peacock fans. My stepfather bought
Oh my
this ship
God.
for the family in the
Now
night.
she's showing us a fucking.
And she had peacock feathers
Yeah.
and peacock like it looked like church glass, you know?
Yeah. Like or like stained glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now she's showing us like a fucking painting of a boat.
1950s, I believe.
Cum
a
stain.
Oh, it's not a
Spanish
painting, it's like a
galleon.
real fucking
These
thing.
glasses are
One-
Murano
model
glasses.
ship.
The
Yeah.
color that they make is mixed with gold. I don't know what it is about me, but I love beautiful furniture.
This is the rock that this is the rock that purchased the entire South Dakota from the Cherokee
She's all,
tribe.
now this is an industrial cabinet I paid $14,000 for from Wayfair. We're like, hold the fuck on, what?
Now this is the knife that gave Jeffrey Epstein a vasectomy.
There's only a handful of them in the world, and there are some, I think, in palaces that Queen Elizabeth owns. These are the things I think that
Yeah, like her and her entire like identity is wrapped up in like other. Oh,
This-
hey, shout out Trader Joe's. That's our cane sugar sitting on her counter.
It's just like it's all like vaguely linked to other things. It's just It's
Yeah.
like this is the fork that Genghis Khan farted on one morning.
Yes. This is designed in replica of the car that Princess Diana crashed.
Makes a house feel fun.
Like now she's just showing us a fucking lobster. Now remember, she's got marble and gold everything.
Yeah.
And now she's just showing us like a model lobster that she has sitting on her counter. Like nothing is fucking good.
Yeah, imagine how, like her. I know that she's not, actually thinking about like this, but imagine her being like, I can actually like feed some starving kids today. Nope, porcelain lobster.
All right.
Like,
Okay, let's play a game. This woman is going to die.
yeah, hopefully soon.
Here's the game.
I'll tell you this: if she knows something about Dr. Phil, she will die.
She might die, yeah. No, here's the game, okay? This woman is going to die,
Yeah.
and you're going to be her husband until she dies. How long do you think you could last? Like, if you got to set her death date, how long do you think you could last?
Oh God.
And the longer you last, the more money you get.
Hmm.
I could do like a year.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because a house this big, you could just like
Oh yeah. You don't have to
constantly
hang
be
out with her.
outside or something like
Yeah.
that.
Wouldn't you just like, I don't know, just like kind of
Oh, I got a good idea actually. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
you could just like fuck with the chair that goes up the stairs.
Yeah, what I was gonna say is just stay upstairs or stay downstairs, and every time you hear that chair, just go outside. And then every time you hear a door open, just go back inside and go upstairs. You could just play like Scooby-Doo race with her around the house all day.
This particular piece of furniture
Dude, we're a minute and 38 into
Yeah,
the first
no, that's
video.
what I'm saying.
Dude, holy
Drew
shit.
was
we
like,
gotta
oh, there's
get on
only
move
4
here.
clips.
affectionately call it the Queen's desk, and you can leave that to your imagination as to who that belongs to. One of my favorite things that I happened to see in a window was this horse. I put him
Dude, I mean, it's
So dumb.
insanity
Yeah.
to be this fucking gaudy.
Yeah, this is a pencil from Jesus Christ.
Dude, I mean, it's truly like what Ric Flair does on
Yeah.
WWE, like where the bit is that you're too over the top.
Yeah, or like Donald Trump when
Yeah.
he's on WWE.
Exactly, yeah.
out here in the entrance, so he is my greeter. Those dogs are from Brazil. Each piece of glass has been put there by hand. I like combining whimsical with classical if they work.
No, that's not something you like to do. What you like to do is spend exorbitant amounts of money on shit and then put it around your house and tell people it was by design.
Yeah.
You're a fucking antique hoarder, you dumb fuck.
This has sort of a religious feel to it, but it looks like something when you'd walk into church there might be some holy water in there. In this house, however, it would
Dude, just, oh my God, this
Yeah,
woman's
she
narcissism
sucks
is
so
Probably
insane.
fucking
Sorry,
champagne.
I'll stop pausing.
Oh,
it.
sorry. I will say real quick, the worst part about this, not the worst person on this episode.
Oh boy.
Yep.
beautiful view. I wish I could take the with me. I like it all.
Well, pretty complex house. I mean, a lot of things, right?
This is her daughter, Womber
Okay,
Dars.
all right.
She thinks you're overreacting. Take a look.
Kim's concern once I'm gone is that she would inherit the house and also have to take care of her older sister. I think Kim.
Okay. We just saw her older sister, who's no less than 20 years older than her.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh, I didn't even put that together. Yeah, she's way.
So the mom must be like 80. This woman's like, the mom's probably closer to 90 then.
Yeah.
Because this woman looks like 50, and the sister looks at least 65.
Right. Well, she also isn't very like hygienic. You'll see. Like,
Okay.
she's
Kim
not.
is
Oh,
playing
okay.
the victim in this situation. I've done everything legally that I need to do to see to it that
It's all been legal. My trips to Little St. James Island on the Lolita Express was all legal, okay? I didn't know Ghislaine. I don't know Jeff. I mean Jeffrey. I don't know him well enough to call him Jeff.
Yeah, I
Kim.
don't know. I don't know my boy Jay.
and Lori are both secured at the time of my death. The question in Kim's mind as to what to do with the house and the things within the house. 99% of the people out there don't have all these things that you call junk. This is my life. I'm still alive. And when Mama...
Oh, I just want to fucking... Dude, this is the kind of lady, like, if I was married to her, I wouldn't even smother her for the money. I'd just smother her because I hate her. To say 99.9% of the people out there don't even have what's in this house.
Oh
it's
my
like,
Mama goes, mama goes. But I live my life the way I choose to right now. I love all of the collectibles, and I intend to live my life exactly the way I need to live it for me. If I was having a conversation with Kim right now, I would say, you know, get off the cross. It's occupied.
Get off the cross. That's a collector's item.
Get off the cross that was stolen from the Sistine Chapel.
You say she needs to get off the cross, it's occupied.
Yes, I did.
So
Now, let's put your money where your mouth is. Bring out the cross. We're going to hang her up. We're going to crucify her on live TV. Everyone make some noise for that. Woo!
what do you mean?
This is a Black Mirror meets Dr. Phil mashup. We're doing it.
Kim has so much to offer, and I think there's an awful lot in her that holds on to being the victim.
I think you could make a legitimate case that whatever she's wearing on her head is culturally appropriating a 70s afro.
It does look like that.
She looks like she's got little Michael Jackson's haircut.
And her nose, too.
Oh, baby, give me one more chance.
Because the reality
Just
is,
like, look, my daughters are being some jive-ass turkeys. I can't help it.
is the relationship with Kim and Lori had been very difficult. It's
Right.
not easy when you have one daughter that has problems that are very real problems.
She thinks this is because she is being enabled and is allowed to get by with all of this, and basically thinks while there may be some issues that are there, that she's running a con on you.
Lori has been bullied in school and all kinds of problems, and she does have a chemical problem, and I'm not hiding behind that. But what I will
I've
say
put these out
is
of order.
that
A little bit.
Uh-oh.
But I feel like it doesn't matter too
Boo,
much with the
Parker.
first two.
But she's
It's
58. How
too
long has she been
comfortable
living
for her.
back with you?
she's been back with me for 7 years, and
Yeah,
Living
she's
in a
only
room.
58.
Yeah, that's not good. That's bad news.
it's, well, you make it sound like I put her in a dungeon.
No, I make it sound like what it is.
She's
living in a room.
She wants to live in, well, it's a space that has a kitchen.
What it is. By the
a
way,
bath-
this new $10 million house is mostly dungeon. Well, that's why I bought it. There's gun room, dungeon.
bathroom, a shower, a washer and dryer, and that's because she needed some privacy, and I needed some privacy.
For 7 years? I mean, she doesn't do.
I
she doesn't-
wouldn't
does
need
she
it
go
for
out?
7 years.
Does she engage with people? Does
No, she doesn't. She's not good with that at all. She needs to get out of her own way.
Oh boy. Can I make a prediction?
Yeah, please.
The lady is like
Dr. Phil's gonna kill Robin and get a new wife.
no, the lady in question is autistic, and this family's too rich to even entertain that possibility.
100%.
Oh boy. This is gonna make me depressed.
She has poor for brains. Like she has.
Oh no, dude. Okay. All right. Here we
And
go.
here's the thing: her mom's at least like sympathetic. Like she has some sort of fucking empathy. Her sister is a fucking monster that needs to be thrown into a volcano.
Oh, okay. So the sister that's like bringing everyone to Dr. Phil's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into it. Woman set to inherit mom's mansion calls family situation a crazy, sad, something.
My mom.
Sad black comedy. Uh-oh.
With the afro.
This summer,
What
the
you
Wayans brothers bring you Dumb White People. The new parody.
It's just Marlon Wayans has all three of them. He gets a fat suit.
And introducing Eddie Murphy as the mother. It's
Tyler
just
Perry's.
a, it's just a Tyler Perry's Scary Movie 8.
Owns a mansion. It's like 6,000 square feet. My mom is a Spitfire.
Okay, here's the friggin' elephant in this room.
Did she call it a friggin' elephant? Was she fucking Napoleon Dynamite? She's talking like fucking Dr. Evil. Okay, we got a freaking elephant in the room.
Like season 1 Peter Griffin. of Family
Right.
Guy.
Right. This is a friggin' elephant.
She's like a cross between Zsa Zsa Gabor and Lucille Ball. With the hat,
No idea.
diamond, champagne.
You don't know who those are?
I know who Lucille Ball is. I've heard of the other chick.
Zsa Zsa was like a socialite.
Oh.
She like was maybe in like 2 movies, but was a shit. She was the original like Kim Kardashian. Basically.
Really?
Yeah, just a piece of shit.
We're going up.
Yeah, she basically just described 2 people who are like not great historically. Like Lucille Ball was a fucking racist.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Doesn't
To the
have
champagne room. If you can ride, why walk?
She went up the...
Ah,
Sure.
cool, dude. She's an ableist too. She's all, I'm rich enough to pretend to be disabled. Isn't that fun? That's a fun thing that I do.
My mom.
By the way, she doesn't have a chair. She's piggybacking on a Hispanic person. That is how she's getting up.
She's riding a lawnmower and going, I took off the blades.
She's like, Juan, on delay,
looks
please.
like she's living the high life. Behind these ornate doors, there's a completely different story. The house is a mess. Gargoyles from France, paintings from Italy.
Those are called French people. You insensitive prick.
Gargoyles. Gargoyles.
chandeliers from some place.
Do you want a gargoyle on my Jordan McGraw?
No, my Jay McGraw.
Oh my,
Yeah.
same thing.
No, a Jordan McGraw's a rim job, man.
Oh,
Everyone knows that. Jordan McGraw.
But then hoarders stacks of papers and things that haven't been looked at in 20 years. She says some of the art is very valuable and other stuff is garbage, but only
she's
she
like,
knows.
what is an Emancipation Proclamation?
No,
Where's
she
my shredder?
No, she just has a bunch of stolen shit from history. Yeah. This is the second draft of the Declaration of Independence. It was stolen in transit to the king.
This is Indiana Jones' head. I decapitated him after he said this blood deserves to belong in
Yeah.
the museum.
I was the only one who watched Indiana Jones and rooted for the Nazis.
knows. She walked me through the house and she
Did you hear that? What she just said?
Oh, no.
She's pulling a fucking Winchester Mystery House.
Oh,
and
yeah.
other stuff is garbage, but only she knows.
So she has a bunch of art. Some of it's like worth a lot of money. Some of it's dog shit.
Yeah.
But only she knows. So that's hilarious.
Honestly, I don't even think she knows.
But no, but that is a really fun prank to do. To
Yeah.
just die and leave your family with no fucking idea what shit is worth.
Yeah, they're gonna be on like 5 seasons of Pawn Stars. Like, just all-
It's just like, what about this? That's what the show's just called. What about this? And it's just, they try to bring in different experts of like fucking weird crafted lobsters.
yeah.
Walked me through the house and she said, garbage, perfect, take this, stick this under your arm. Nothing's written down. I can't remember. What makes it worse is my sister
Oh boy.
is
That was
Yeah.
the stare of a complete autist.
Yeah. Autist.
mentally ill. She's
I'm a bit of an artist myself.
Oh, dude, this is not good.
Yeah, not at all.
This woman is clearly, like,
Yeah.
at least has some kind of disorder.
No,
58 years old. She
100%.
lives in a tiny portion of this house. Mom
Which is
set
a
up an
regular
apartment.
house.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, which is just an apartment.
Yeah, like here's the thing: isolating is not good. Like they don't treat her great, but at the same time, she's given a good amount of space.
Right,
like
right,
you know.
right. Yeah, totally.
Rent for her in the basement. It's all pink. Lori struggles
It's all pink. There's not a single flake of gold in the entire fucking thing.
with severe OCD, major depression. She was never taught any basic skills. It's complete learned helplessness. She just
Learned
can't
helplessness.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
do anything for herself. That she became completely isolated, unlikable, kind of like a little demon.
Holy
See?
shit,
She
dude.
is a fucking sociopath.
Yeah, what a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
Lori's like a royal, victimized, handicapped person. She sits in this big giant chair. She's a genius.
See,
You-
this lady's really not helping the really downtrodden community of rich people's children. I've always found those people to be very polite and never mean at all. And this
Yeah.
lady's really making them seem like dicks.
No, it's like it's kind of like that Dave Chappelle joke, but with ableism. You know, I mean, it's kind of like Like, you ever hear someone say something racist and you're not like, oh, you're just like, oh, wow, that was racist. Like, that's
Yeah.
how it is with,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
ableism. Right?
Yeah.
You're like, wow, that's just fucked up.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Getting to do nothing.
Because I hate that.
Okay. Yeah, that's as good as it's gonna get.
She could live with my mom forever. It would be okay because they like each other. But nobody else finds Lori likable. I would rather die than have
Please.
my sister live with me. I don't want to be the person that has to get my sister committed. My family situation is a crazy, sad black comedy. I mean, what is it about the universe where you grow up in a house and the address is actually 5150? Can you see me sitting in this house with my sister and there's just me and her and all this stuff and a bunch of cats? I need Dr. Phil to help me tell my mom that it's not my responsibility to take care of Lori.
You said, I would rather die.
You know what?
Then
Just maybe Louis Farrakhan at some point. Like, maybe he wasn't.
Jesus.
I'm kidding.
No, but like I that entire time I was just letting that roll because like it's almost doing a disservice to how shitty she is if we break it up.
Yeah,
with jokes.
totally.
Like, you almost need to hear how big of a piece of shit she is.
Yeah.
In real time, you know.
Yeah, and it's like not hidden at all. And she's like, what's so crazy is that she doesn't even have a little bit of air of like, this is kind of fucked up. Let me try to reword it. It's
Yeah,
just-
well, and there's also something to be said about people who like exactly what you just said is like, fuck, like I know what I'm saying sounds fucked up, but like if you had lived with her for as long as I have,
Right.
you would know how shitty she is. Like we've all had those moments where you're just like, I can't really verbalize in a nice way why this person sucks so bad.
Yeah.
You just have to trust that they suck. But she's just like, she's basically just a recluse piece of shit that I have
Yeah.
no sympathy for.
live with my
Totally.
sister. That's pretty strong. Tell me about that.
It's not fair.
it's fucking crocodile.
Yeah, no,
tears.
dude, this lady is just like a woman who like wouldn't surprise you if she like weaponized racism.
Yeah,
Like just,
totally.
just
Oh
said
my
that like
God,
a black
yes.
man raped her for no reason.
100%.
Yeah, like that's exactly the attitude she's giving off here.
Yeah.
There's just no way to win. There's no way to help her. You can't get her to do anything for herself if you try to give
Yeah,
her
you know what no way to win is for a lot of people? Life.
Yeah.
You fucking idiot.
advice. She yells at you. It's complicated.
And what do you think's wrong with your sister? Nothing?
I think it's a combination of a very difficult beginning. I think there are real medical things that went wrong. I think she didn't come out happy and normal.
Oh my god.
And I think that from that moment, maybe even before she was born, there was like a symbiotic agreement that Mom and Lori would never cut the cord.
Yeah, she's out of her fucking mind, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I would not be surprised if she legitimately was like for eugenics and like just
Yeah,
killing mentally.
that's kind of what it sounds like,
Yeah.
to be honest. Jesus. All right.
Yeah, I love this episode, but except the sister. Like, everything else was so much
Yeah,
fun.
I wish they would just show us. I mean, they should just turn this into an episode of Cribs and just let us see
I
some more of that
guarantee you,
sweet gear.
if you're feeling down right now, it picks back up and gets
Really?
super funny.
Okay,
I
cool.
promise.
Yeah, because I want to hit her sister. I want a very small life, says woman who moved in with mom 7 years ago. Oh boy, here we go.
I'm here at the home of Lydia. And
Oh,
Yes, I told
no
you. It
way.
picks back up.
They sent fucking Mike in his fucking Target thermal shirt. I'm here at house. I'm gonna break window.
I imagine he doesn't even like use the door. He literally just walks through it like a cartoon character.
Lori and Dr. Phil has asked me to come to their house and figure out
I guarantee you.
They
this-
asked me to come to house, but I'm just gonna go to the top and throw barrels at people who try to jump to the top.
Dude, I guarantee that for me personally, this is probably one of my favorite moments in Dr. Phil history. What we're about to witness.
Oh, dude, I can't stop picturing Mike Bear because we've never seen him legitimately walk before.
Yeah.
I can't help but think about him walking like a gorilla on his knuckles. ooh, ooh. Like he just talks like a human, and then once he goes to move, he gets on all fours.
What is going on?
Yeah, it's just like Lori. When you meet Mike Bear, do not show
Yeah.
your teeth.
Yeah.
Do not make eye contact.
Don't make eye contact. Make yourself big, Lori. Make yourself big.
I don't know how much longer I can hang on.
So she's literally like crying because she was just told to like sit and hang out for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Mike Bear just comes in and pushes her chair over, and then starts breaking everything in the house because he's a fucking bull in a china shop.
Nice to meet you. I'm Mike.
He's like, I finally found the place. I invaded many homes.
Yeah. Good to meet you, me, Mike. How you?
Hi, are they filming now?
They are, yeah.
Good to meet. He just like slams her over his head with like one hand.
All right, for the people at home who are wondering, what does Lori look like? The only way to describe her is Stephen Hawking in drag. Look at her. She looks
Oh,
like, or like almost Stephen King-ish.
Yeah, I can see. She looks like Stephen King, but also reminds you a little bit of the girl from Pet Cemetery.
I just want this done as soon as possible so I can leave.
Yeah.
It's like
So
she's
tell me-
like in front of a fireplace. What if he's like, "Hey, Lori, fire bad."
A hog, you can't move.
A little bit about you.
My mom keeps telling me that Dr. Phil is the only person who can help me because
Okay, have you thought about bench pressing?
He's like, "Well, if only Dr. Phil help you, why I here?"
Yeah. Ooh, quick question. What's your max squat?
I want a very small life.
Have you tried keto?
Yeah. He's like, just said I want a very small life. He's all, nothing about me small, except brain.
The only thing I want to do is to fall in love again. Maybe have a few more.
Mike Bear is smitten. This lady's putting the fucking moves on Mike Bear, dude. She's like, all I could think about is how tight I must be after not being touched for 25 years. And his animalistic instincts are kicking in, where he just go, ooh, me want fuck.
It's just like, I might kill you like mice of man.
Me, Lenny.
Me, Lenny, you rabbit.
friends, have a home by the water.
What do
Oh,
you...
I like going to the water. You mean just by the edge of the lake with your friend George? Just imagine all the rabbits.
Dude, could they? If I want nothing more than them, just give Mike Bear show. I will switch the show on
Yes.
the drop of a dime if Mike Bear gets his own TV
Oh
show.
my God,
This
yes.
is. It will just be called Bear My Heart.
100%.
We will not ever mention Dr. Phil ever again.
Definitely.
I want to do nothing but make fun of Mike Bear for the rest of my life.
So much
do
fun.
day to day here?
I just visit with my mom and watch television.
Okay, so she's probably not autistic. She seems to be pretty socially there. She's making eye contact a lot. She seems to be OCD more than anything, which I
Yeah.
think they did mention at the beginning.
It's kind of her, because like autism, that seems more genetic. I could be totally wrong, but just from my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, please do. But it's more genetic.
It's vaccines.
Oh.
No.
Good point. But it seems like she just had such a weird upbringing too that might have, she could just be like her parents were.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there's something
Like, I don't
mentally about having a family that is so fucking, disgustingly rich, and you literally telling someone that you want a very small life.
Right.
Like that must be a very conflicting message in your head.
Yeah.
Especially if your mom is controlling.
Totally. I mean, she definitely has something. I don't know if it's autism. but-
Yeah, I mean, she definitely seems a little bit spectrumy, but she seems to be making, following social cues pretty quickly.
I was in a
You'll-
common law marriage for 30 years, and my husband.
Okay, all right. I take back what I said about her being normal. Her husband is wearing a fucking, like a Crocodile Dundee style hat. I mean, it's got fucking shark tooth. It's a shark tooth lined cowboy hat. And he's got a fucking ponytail.
He looks like the one person who worked at the zoo in Tiger King that didn't want to interview.
Yeah. He looks like he owns a casino and rodeo.
Yeah. Well,
husband died 7 years ago, and then I moved in with my mom.
And are you actively doing anything to meet men?
Not at the moment.
No. And when...
Yeah, I post my nudes on Reddit.
I have an
Dude.
OnlyFans.
Holy shit. Let's get a picture.
Yes.
Let's get a
Take a
picture of Mike
screenshot.
Bear like that.
He's doing like, because he's blinking, he looks like the Undertaker doing the eye thing.
Yeah, look at that, dude. That's rad.
Oh wow, that's
When was the last time you did?
I haven't.
And what type of men do you like? Like when you
Some
say
of
you
fall
like
in love?
big, strong guys.
Yeah, what kind of men do you think about when you film McGraw?
Kind, caring, childlike.
I'm definitely childlike. My doctor says so.
The only thing I want is just to meet somebody and
For sure. And there's like over here's meeting someone, and then there's like all the steps to get there, right?
It's funny because
She's like, I've never heard a sentence that made less sense.
it's funny because
Here's brick one, and you meet men, and then a magical stepstone, and here's how you meet men.
it's literally like we make fun of him being stupid, and then I'm like, maybe we're being too harsh. We are not. If anything, we're painting him in a better light.
Yeah, we're actually doing him a service. Also, good news is I can do a great impression of this lady, so I
Yeah.
can say literally whatever I want in her voice. It's just,
Oh,
this
that's
is going to be
great.
great. Here we go.
yeah,
Because Amazon doesn't give those in delivery yet,
yeah.
you know.
Oh, dude. Okay, so,
Either way.
so maybe she is a little autistic because he's trying to make a joke and she's taking it completely literally.
We got to see the whole. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I want to
What
hear
happened?
that again.
Childlike. The only thing I want is just to meet somebody and
For sure. And there's like over here's meeting someone, and then there's like all the steps to get there, right?
yeah,
Because Amazon doesn't give those in delivery yet,
yeah.
you know. That's a bad joke.
Dude, I've never heard someone bomb so fucking hard.
It's like so.
She's all, I don't think this is funny.
It's like so. Anyway, what else I want to talk about?
Who said open mic comedy is dead, baby? It's right here.
Anyway, Trump crazy.
What else happened today? Trump orange. Ha 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 ha.
I don't know what that means.
Oh,
That has to be a drop.
Oh my, I don't know what that means.
Amazon is a delivery service.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't order anything off Amazon.
I don't.
I just said I don't know what it means. Why would you ask a second fucking follow-up question? You big brute retard.
Amazon. I am Amazon butt penis. If that makes
I
sense.
have a computer. I don't want one. And
The TV serves its purpose.
yes,
Exactly. So, talk to me about what it's like to live with OCD.
the OCD affects my life by making me worry constantly about everything.
Has it progressed for you?
It's gotten a little worse as I've gotten older.
What's worse today than
I have OCFD, orangutan cognitive function disorder.
Holy shit. That was quick.
maybe what was?
That just made me feel hopeless, scared.
Hopeless.
Yeah,
Okay.
sad. I'm on some very serious medication.
It's hard to tell she's medicated. You could have fooled me. She seems to be completely. I mean, she's dead behind the eyes. What we thought was autism is actually just a pill addiction.
I'm on a lot of peyote right now. I'm like Jim Morrison in the desert.
Okay, have you thought about doing creatine?
And if I don't get these medications every single day, I will die.
The whole intention of this is to help you, not hurt you. You know you need more connection with people, right?
Yeah.
But on the other hand, you have this part of you that's
I'm a
like,
very private person. I like to be alone.
you say you watch TV, so what do you like to watch on TV?
Laverne and Shirley. I just constantly have the.
Okay, so you watch TV from 400 years ago. We got to get you watching stuff like Gilmore Girls. That's step one into finding new man.
Wait, there are other TV shows other than Mansers?
Have you ever watched Bar Rescue?
The TV going. Even if I don't watch it, it's on.
It's almost like medicating.
Yeah.
If it would be nice to have more friends and
Have you thought about watching Friends?
fall in love, what do you think will need to shift?
Probably for me to get out of my room and go places to make friends.
Yeah, because
meet
unless there's a
someone.
robbery and someone
Yeah, 'cause
comes
they're
in,
not
I don't
gonna
know how
come
you're
to
going
my
to meet a
door.
man.
Yeah.
And so we'll sit.
He finally broke her. All right, sign off now, Mike. Give the mic back. Get the host back up here.
All right, I'm going to give back time to room.
Yes. Time back to room. Here, host. Bye.
down with Dr. Phil and talk about what decisions you need to make.
I mean, like when I met my husband, we fell in love right away.
Oh my god, dude, this guy is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah,
How does he not have a bolo tie on, dude?
dude, he looks like fucking Ted Nugent if he were more conservative somehow.
He looks like Ted Nugent if he was like a fucking data analyst for the state.
Yeah.
And I didn't need Dr. Phil's help to do that.
Well, I think you're in a different spot now. Can you tell me a little bit about with your mom and sister's dynamic?
Well, my mom basically has damaged me by overprotecting me all my life. My sister has always been
Oh, she's at a young age. She's all fucked up. Look at her, dude.
Yeah. She's on the
Judging.
Xans.
Yeah, she looks all drugged up. She's got a very strong jaw.
Her sisters were very chubby too. Weird.
Yeah, we should write that in the comments.
Yeah. Wait, in the background, is that Debbie Higgins? What is it? Full circle.
and
Yeah.
has treated me very badly because of my OCD and my depression.
What do you think it'll take to improve that?
I think they need to change.
And so we're gonna sit down with Dr. Phil, present it to him, and see what he has to say.
Okay.
That's how I got job. I sat down with Dr. Phil and presented myself to him. And he said, "You got big dick, Mike." And I said, "That's all I got.
He's
I'm nothing but giant Hulk hands and big penis."
he said, "Mike, have seat," and then he said, "No, I mean in a chair," and then I got off floor.
Only reason Dr. Phil doesn't like me is because I accidentally grope every woman I see.
When Lori left the house, she hobbled, hunched over with her cane, and I got the impression that she really takes on the role of being just so weak, so sick, incapable.
God damn it, Mike. Every time I think I'm going to start liking Mike Bear, he says something like, "I think she likes being disabled."
Total is God.
Just seeing her walk with the cane made me think that maybe she enjoys being a crippled piece of shit that contributes nothing to society. So I'm going to beat that out of her physically.
Yeah, it's just like I seen Willy Wonka. You can't fool me.
And just overall wanting to be left alone. I just sat down with your daughter, Lori. What do you wish was different?
I wish that, first of all, my
Well,
daughter...
immigration, I think, could use some tweaking.
I wish the blacks would get out of my neighborhood. Parker just spit all over my fucking hand and my
I'm
laptop.
so sorry.
You
Oh my
motherfucker.
God. I'm so sorry. That's too.
were
No, you're all good.
together in terms of at least being able to be pleasant to one another and maybe down the line actually get to know each other and like each other.
And so if you could wave a magic wand, what would things look like for Lori?
I think that Lori needs to be away from Mom, who is right here if she has a problem and just can come upstairs. In order to get well, she might have to turn Laverne and Shirley off.
Dude, she's dressed like Khabib Nurmagomedov. just
really
picturing her going fucking 5 rounds with Mike Bear in a title match.
And do something for herself.
I'll go back to Dr. Phil and tell him what we spoke about.
I'll drink to that, Mike.
So I'll fist bump.
He
Mike's
fist
like,
bumps her
"I
glass.
only drink pre-workout."
All right, there you go.
He fist bumped her glass. What a fucking giant douchebag Mike Bear is. All right, let's watch the last clip here. You have to behave your way from where you... Dr. Phil says, you have to behave your way from where you are to where you want to be.
Great. Wow.
The
Well
problem with Dad back then
Okay, now we're introducing the father into the situation, which I don't know the relevance, but I'm sure we'll find out here.
was he was drinking and he was emotionally and verbally abusive.
Growing up, my dad was the tough love
I think that there may have been a nine-month period where maybe the mother was also drinking a little bit more than she should have been.
guy. And it was maybe a little too tough, which made my mom overcompensate.
I wasn't thinking about the consequences of what would happen if she latches on to me and I do everything for her. I was thinking of the pain that she's going through.
Since my parents' divorce, the relationship I have with my father is very good because I forgave him for the abuse. He's a very good father to me right now.
I mean, you're 65
Yeah.
or whatever.
58.
Like 58. Like, I mean, there's no way to be a good father when your kid's 58. Like,
Yeah.
you just basically say hello every now and
Yeah.
then. The easy part is now.
You say you want your life back, that you want to get back into the swing of things and enjoy your life. And I saw pictures of you with your husband, and you're grinning ear to ear, and you looked happy and vibrant. And I want.
Oh, speaking of vibrant, I filled McGraw in the dressing room. I hope that's okay.
that back. And if you want to change your life, then you have to behave your way from where you are to where you want to be. Do you agree with that?
Dude, did he just quote the Reba theme song?
Hurry
Who
up.
I am is who I want to be.
Oh, I thought you were.
Have you ever heard that?
No, I
The
think
Reba theme song? Oh, someone's going to get it at home.
You know, Coach Mike, how do you approach this? How would you do this from a coaching standpoint with Lori?
I approach it from the West Bank.
How do I approach anything, Dr. Phil, with carelessness for human life?
Early with Lori.
With Lori, I would
Dr. Phil, I forgot to put a tie on.
I had to put.
I put tie on, but it kept choking me, so I ripped it off in one fell swoop.
Dr. Phil, I put on Velcro shoes today because I forgot how to tie. Yes, they light up so
Yeah.
I don't get lost in dark.
Dr. Phil, I've been sleeping in this suit for 3 days.
change the structure of Lori's life. So it would be someone when she wakes up at 6 a.m., starting with a ritual that kicks off the day, writing out some goals for the day of what is going to get
Okay, it's not smart to talk to someone with OCD and say, you should do more rituals.
I heard you have OCD, so let's start the day off by brushing our teeth 8 times.
I'd say, flick off the light switch on and off. Well, otherwise your family might die.
I'd say
Just,
start every day with 13 episodes of Laverne and Shirley. And then see where we get from there.
It's like, people might come to murder if you don't unlock and lock your door 80 times. It's
accomplished.
safety.
You're talking about with a life coach.
with a life coach, with a woman who comes by the house and starts to work through her goals. And we would
Dude, just how fucking coincidental. Just complete happenstance that the life coach is suggesting this woman get a life coach.
Yeah. I know,
Shut the
right?
fuck up, you idiot. How about you get off the 25 medications you're on and start getting out of the house?
would start to make sure she gets to her doctor's appointments, really get a pulse on her medications, and make sure we're following protocols that are in her best interest, and start to arrange your life in such a way so that you're living your life.
Yeah, well, she
And-
might need it, but, medications. But, she is being enabled, too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is not saying that medications aren't helpful for some people or that they're inherently bad, but if your problem is that you don't get out of the house,
Right, yeah.
then maybe a life coach isn't the problem here.
Yeah,
Maybe there's some
exactly.
underlying. Maybe it's not that no one's giving you a kick in the pants.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that maybe you're.
Yeah, it is a weird combination of horrible environment, but at the same time, she does need a little.
Yeah, if you're taking medication and it's making you throw up every day, the solution isn't a fucking Tums.
Yeah, true.
It's not adding something. Maybe you reevaluate how you've gotten here.
You're excited about your life.
I love it.
Because you're not going to do that on your own. You've shown that for 7 years. Weeks turn into months, months turn into years. We're here 7 years later, and you have no plan for the next 7 years being any different than the last 7 years, correct?
I don't know.
Exactly. You don't.
I like her not giving Dr. Phil anything to work with.
I don't know.
He's all, now you're just going to be a piece of shit for the rest of your life, ain't you? I'm really not sure, Dr. Phil. I haven't thought that far ahead. Well, all right. Well, that's anticlimactic. I thought you were either going to agree and get the crowd crying or we were going to fight some more, but
Don't know. So I do have a plan. What does that sound like to you?
When does this have to happen if I choose to do this?
Well, yesterday by noon. I mean,
Mike Bear's like, that's not funny.
Dr. Phil Hack.
The problem with that joke is yesterday already happened. I don't get it.
As soon as possible. What else have you got to do?
Oh, there's an episode of Laverne and Shirley that I always fall asleep to.
I don't want to do it right now. Not right now.
All right, and that's where it ends because Dr.
Yeah,
Phil's production
I don't
team.
think there's a fifth
Look,
clip.
No, it doesn't seem that there is. Oh, Agent Cody Banks is on YouTube Movies though, so everyone check that out. But if the CBS intern is still listening, please start putting some conclusion at the end of these clips.
Yes.
We're trying to do a podcast
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, how about instead of trying to fucking,
Silence.
yeah, silence us, you fucking, I don't know, actually do your job.
Yeah.
Learn how to edit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
come on.
definitely. Well, that is the end of the episode, apparently. We will never find out if Mike Bear was able to punch his way through this woman's mental illness. But
Yeah, I could have swore there's a fifth clip, but I could not find it.
I mean, usually they pop up right here in the up next. I mean, we could just watch Agent Cody Banks.
I don't know what that is.
What?
No.
All right, that's your homework, dude. Go home and watch Agent Cody Banks. It's one of those movies that, like, when you're a kid, fucking rocks.
Yeah.
And
Sorry,
then-
what's this comment say?
Wow,
Right
she's
here.
mentally gone. It's like she died when her husband did. Only her body is continuing to
Jesus,
function.
never
She
mind.
needs so much medication because her will to stay alive is gone and she's just falling
Jesus.
apart. Oh,
Never
look at
mind.
the name, Mike S.
Mike.
He's all, I'm going to go by Mike Sayre.
I'm like, dude, is fucking Nietzsche in the comments? That's so depressing.
Yeah, I mean, this one is a little bit more well put. That's depression in its purest form. IDK, not right now. Yeah, for sure. I mean, the woman's just severely depressed, it seems. All right, Parker, drop some fucking...
Oh boy. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Parker the Newman. Also friend me on Facebook. Yeah, I think that's about it. What about you? Oh, also follow Stab Comedy Theater.
Yep, there you go.
On Twitter, like on Facebook, Instagram, all that. Go to stabcomedytheater.com for more info on live shows and whatnot.
Yep. Follow me on Twitter at Drew Absher, on Instagram at Drew Absher is dumb, on Facebook, Drew Absher. Follow the podcast, social media, Fill My Heart Pod
Yeah.
on all social medias, and subscribe to our fucking Patreon.
Nice.
You broke bitches. Patreon.com/FillMyHeart. Anything else?
You're on that cool show with Buddy, right?
Yeah,
With
I
Stab.
think it's still. I don't know if he's doing that as a podcast though.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's still on like Stab's YouTube and shit. I did that. The movie show, obscure movie trivia. Our friend Buddy does that, and then I also did the gag on this podcast. I think that's out now. So whatever.
Nice.
If you want to hear some more of Drew, you can do that. All right, we will talk to you. We'll talk to you guys next week. Bye bye.
That's so much fun.
That was a good one.
Whew. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Sorry, I spit take.
That was funny.
Spit
Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. So if you have a minute, why don't we go talk?